Well, welcome everyone to our 2021 Crosby Band Winter Concert. I'm the proud band director here at Crosby Middle School, Mr. Stivers. So this will make year 8 of teaching at Crosby Middle School and 15 in JCPS, and I'm just so thrilled to be your student's director. So we find ourselves kind of, again, in unconventional times where we're having to do this virtually, but at least it's a step in the right direction. Our students have been able to rehearse 5 days a week in person, even while wearing masks, but they're doing it together. So fingers crossed, in the springtime we are hoping to do a concert in person, whether it's outside or inside, but to be able to do that for you because being together matters, and these students are worth the attention and the time to come and hear them. So I like to begin every program with just some thank yous that are in order, because Crosby Band wouldn't be Crosby Band if it wasn't for all of our generous people who support. So our first person I'd like to recognize is obviously our fearless leader, Dr. Ammerman. Only in year 3 of being a principal, first at Crosby Middle School, she's already been selected as the JCPS Middle School Principal of the Year for last year, and that's quite remarkable. So she still has not had a true year of being a principal because she started and then COVID came and then we were online and now we're back with masks trying to make things work as best we can. But kudos to her for her leadership as well as all of our Crosby administrators. Another thank you in order is obviously you parents who are watching, but be it fundraisers, be it the silly practicing at home that can be annoying at time when you're trying to have some peace, to just being there and being present and putting up with my 30 emails a week. But thank you so much for your unending support for our students. Students viewing, obviously this is about you tonight, so thank you so much for trusting me, for signing up for my class because it's optional, and just continuing to grow through music because it does make you a better person. Obviously we have some people that come in weekly to support us. I have Mr. Kinman from Eastern High School who's doing a phenomenal job working with our students 3 days a week. He was also the host of having us to do these pre-recorded clips, so thank you, Mr. Kinman. We had 2 fantastic student teachers, and I was just looking at how many student teachers through the years at Crosby alone. There's been 15. So that's about 1 a year for how many years I've been teaching total just at Crosby alone. But we had 2. The first was Kristen Daniel, Morehead State grad. She just graduated. And next we have Mr. Kwamo, who's actually graduating tomorrow. So shout out to you guys for all your help. And obviously my personal family. Thank you so much, so much for letting me do what I do and supporting me and knowing that it's who I am and who I'm made to be. So thank you, Lindsay, who's viewing from home. Thank you, Harrison. Thank you, Graham, and all my other family that's watching as well. Love you so much. So I'm going to segue to another piece to this puzzle of what makes Crosby Band Crosby Band. So if you've noticed tonight that, yes, we're live streaming, but we're also doing our best to promote about a GoFundMe. We are fortunate at Crosby, and I'd say not just middle school band, but high school band and all the band programs in the state of Kentucky, they want so bad and desperately to have phenomenal people working with their students. And that's just because it continues to elevate the program. Because I'm just one man, and I know that what it takes a village and phenomenal people working with our students matters. So I'm going to segue over here to some people. Oh, and we just had Ms. Soren join us as well. But our Crosby Band sectional coaches, we are doing a GoFundMe tonight. That's going to support their efforts to continue to work with our students. So I'm gonna flip over. You're going to see them on Zoom. You won't see me. Actually, you will in the grid. But I'm going to introduce them in score order from top to bottom. And they're just going to say hey and obviously what they love about teaching our students. So can everybody wave at the camera? Awesome. All right, I'm going to start with Mr. Tony Watson. He is our flute instructor. So Tony, if you would like to unmute and just say hey and then share what you loved about working with our students at Crosby.
Hi, I really appreciate having the opportunity to work with the students at Crosby because it is really a strong program. And at this stage of development in middle school, the students are progressing so rapidly, and it's really exciting to see the growth in their musicianship. And so I'm really enjoying being part of it.
Thank you, Mr. Watson. I know our kids love having you too. So. An instructor who's not with us this evening is Kristen Daniel. She was our former student teacher. She's going to be working with our double reads in January. So excited to have her on board because now we'll have 100% of our musicians getting that help Monday through Friday. Next on our list is our clarinet teacher, and she actually, I think, just got done wrapping up a clarinet lesson, but it's Miss Angela Soren. So Angela, you're welcome to unmute and share with us.
Hi, everybody. Yes, I just finished a lesson with someone in a different middle school, but I really enjoy. It's first time working with Crosby students for me this year, And I just really like all of you, and I think you've all done a tremendous job since we started in September. And I just keep looking forward to working the rest of the year and seeing your growth, and you just have your tone and everything has gotten so better, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and it's really exciting. So I hope you do practice over the holidays. But have a great Christmas, everybody.
Thank you so much, Miss Soren. And their tone has definitely gotten better. So thank you so much for your investment into their coaching. Wrapping up our woodwinds, we have Mr. Ron Jones, who I've always got to say this plug, but it's the truth. He was my private teacher when I was in late middle school going into high school. He's a big part of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. So, Mr. Jones, if you can unmute as our saxophone teacher and just share what you love about teaching at Crosby.
Yes, I'm Ron Jones. I teach the saxophones, and what I love about teaching at Crosby is number one, the chance to work with Mr. Stivers. We have a great relationship, and as he said, I was his teacher in middle school and high school. But more importantly is the atmosphere that he promotes at Crosby Middle. The kids are wonderful. I'm teaching 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I love all the kids' enthusiasm, attitude is wonderful. They're willing to learn, they want to learn, and that's what's most important. No matter what the level is of someone, if they're willing to try and put the effort in, they're going to get better. And I just have to say how proud I am of Mr. Stivers and the atmosphere that he has at Crosby and the job he's doing. I love working there. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir. I think you're giving some lessons too. So if anyone has to leave, I want to respect your time, obviously.
Oh, actually, I'm not giving lessons.
Okay.
I'm done for the year.
Yes, sir. Well, enjoy the break. Well deserved. Up next, we have, so that was our woodwind sectional coaches. Next, we have our brass people that come in to work with us, and it's Sarah McClave on trumpet. She has a daughter here who's in 6th grade and absolutely is loving the STEAM program and obviously our band program. So, Miss McClave, you're obviously a welcome guest and familiar with our program, so welcome.
It's so good to be here, Joseph. I love working at Crosby. I worked before pandemic for quite a while, and I love working with Mr. Stivers, who's great with his kiddos, and also just like Ron was saying, the atmosphere in the band room really matters. And I was a band director for 12 years, so I know a little bit about that. And the kids come in every day, they're ready to learn, they're eager to learn, they work hard. Mm-hmm. I bring in extra stuff. We're working really hard with trumpet 6th, 7th, and 8th with tone and air and using our body to make better sound through our horns. And they've progressed a lot, but like some of the other instructors said, I can't wait to see what they've got, what they work through all the way through the end of the year. So hopefully they're practicing, and I love having Ella in the band too. So it's great to have a 6th grader there and get to teach her and see her friends and peers in the band. So trumpets, go practice.
Thank you, Ms. McClave. And they are getting significantly better. I'm actually going to give a shout out when the 7th grade portion comes up about how hard our 7th grade trumpets have worked this year. So up next in our brass family is Mr. John Little, who it's his first year at Crosby working with our students. But horn instructors can be hard to find, and I tell you, he's the perfect fit for us. So Mr. Little, take it away.
It's also my first year working with Crosby, well, in about 15 years. And the first thing that struck me this semester when my first day was the atmosphere of the room, like a couple other people have mentioned. The atmosphere is created by the band director, and Mr. Stivers does such a great job through caring atmosphere of making the kids want to learn, having this desire and to strive for excellence every day and every time, and leading them forward in the right way. And that makes my job so easy and so rewarding. And what I notice about the kids, the young people, is when every single day that I work with them, they come in there with their eyes ready to learn and their ears popped open, ready to take in the concepts that I'm willing to give them. And in between our sessions, they get better. They get better in our sessions, hopefully, and they always do. But in between the sessions, they're doing the work outside the lessons that's not the fun part. That's sort of the strength and conditioning part. Mm-hmm. And and their minds are quite active, and it's a very positive, rewarding experience for me, and I'm loving it all. So thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. And the horn's not exactly like an instrument that there's a lot of in middle school and beginning bands, but as maybe trumpets can convert and whatnot, we have been able to do that. And you have made a tremendous difference in working with the horn players, because it's not an easy instrument to pick up. So thank you, Mr. Little. And up next in the brass family, we have Mr. Schmidt, who, again, is very familiar with their program. He's been in and out of our band room for many years, works with the trombone, the euphonium, and the tuba, and just loves our kids, has a great sense of humor. So, Mr. Schmidt, if you can unmute and share.
Yeah, well, just like everybody else, I really love working with all of the students in the low brass sections, and getting to know students in the other sections too is really neat. Something that I also like about Crosby is I was a band director for 7 years, and one of the neatest things is one of my students from when I was a band director, I get to eat lunch with every Friday. Miss Cox, the choir director, was one of my band students. She was Georgetown Middle School the one time I taught there, and she makes a point every single time that I'm right next to her and the students are in break to let them know that I was her band director. So that makes me feel kind of old too, but it's pretty come in and see all the smiling faces, and we have fun and learn, and that's the best combination you can have. So it's one of my best times of the week to come in Friday morning and get to see Mr. Stivers and talk to the student teachers, give them my advice from when I was a band director and doing what I'm doing now. And it's just a really great place. Another thing that Crosby does that I don't get this from any other school is about a week ago, a letter came in the mail, and it was a Christmas card with all of the low brass that had signed it. And that meant a lot to me, that they all signed it and had little notes in there. And that was really neat. So, I mean, it's a special place. I'm really glad I'm a part of the team there.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you got their note. And I think we would all agree, being musicians, that there's a reputation that can follow certain instruments, and low brass is a different kind of breed. So kudos to you for dealing with them. But I know our kiddos love you, so they love you. And last but not least, we have brand new to our program this year, but his reputation just, is incredible, is Mr. Terry O'Mahony. And percussion can be one of those instruments that is just, the most popular. So I try to have a cap of 12 to 14, and our kiddos just gravitate to not only that, but also working with him. So Mr. O'Mahony, we'd love to have you share before we continue on to the program.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Stivers. I'm Terry O'Mahony. I teach percussion at Crosby, and I really enjoy it because Mr. Stivers creates a great atmosphere. He's done one thing that is really fabulous, and that is that the drummers have a schedule every week. When they come in on Monday, they're supposed to start at this station. On Tuesday, they're supposed to start at this station. So they get exposed to all of the various instruments, and it makes them more well-rounded. They don't have any questions. You've created an atmosphere where when you say, we're moving on to the next piece, bam, they're just super organized and they get to their next station. That's a rare feat with percussion players, because there's a lot of them back there, and they can kind of wander around if they don't know what they're doing. But you've got them scheduled and got them trained so that they know exactly what they're going to do, because it takes a lot, because percussion players often have to move from bass drum to timpani to snare drum to cymbals and all that kind of stuff, and there's a certain organizational element that if it's missing, it can detract from the educational experience. So you've honed that to a fine point, Mr. Stivers. So congratulations. Now, I really like working with all the students. They're eager and very receptive to my suggestions, and they're always ready to go when I'm in there. So I'm very happy to be there. So be practicing over the break, though. This is not a time off.
Thank you so much. And that concludes all of our sectional teachers for being here. So appreciate you, and that's a good segue to say how our viewers tonight can support continuing your endeavors to be here, because you are making a tremendous difference. And obviously it matters because I'm inviting you to be in our room. So thank you guys. If you just want to wave at the camera, appreciate you so much. I'm going to end this call so we can move on to our program. But thank you again. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. All right. So as you could see right then and there, our private teachers are a part of something that we're doing to continue to make and elevate our program be so successful as it is. So with that being said, I want to do a screen share of how we're going to feel connected, and then less talk from me and more about our performers tonight. So as you can see over in a second, funny story about the green screen I just got to share, okay, is that I was wearing this, and there are green light bulbs, and it looks like there are holes in my body, so I was like, I can't wear that. And Harrison was like, oh, Daddy, you should wear that. Yeah, that was funny. All right, so our Crosby Band website has some information for you if you are interested. So, and here's what it is, crosbyband.com, and we have an Instagram page. We would love for you to share some family photos tonight, and I'll be checking in periodically. We have a Facebook page as well. You can literally click this icon. If you are interested in posting pictures of tonight, if you go to our event page of this winter program, under discussion, you can see a link right here where you can post a comment, and that is where we would love to be able to just show and showcase some pictures of you and your family in your PJs, baking cookies, getting that selfie with your teenager that doesn't want the selfie, please, please, please. And if you're a Twitter user, at Crosby Band. By the way, Instagram is a little different, at Cougars Band, so there is a Texas band that is labeled at Crosby Band, so don't tag them. They're going to be like, what's happening tonight? We have a concert. And last but not least, our GoFundMe. So in the comments of this video, you can go to that link. I'll be posting periodically in the chat. We are already, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to click refresh to be sure. We are already well over a fifth of the way to this point. So I'm going to be reading out periodically all those who have donated just as a thank you right now. And again, this is a live fundraiser that we're doing. Yes, our goal is $5,000. That will keep our instructors coming out for a good while because they matter. You just met them. So here we go. I'm going to introduce our 6th grade band. The first piece that they're performing tonight, there's a title slide with is Countdown to Christmas. Had only the first 6 notes for them. They were nervous as could be about moving from just simple tunes like Mary Had a Little Lamb, Hot Cross Buns, to all of a sudden playing an entire piece of music. So they did everything I asked them to. It's phenomenal. The second piece, you'll see a guest conductor. That is Mr. Kuama'o, who worked with us this student teaching semester. He'll be conducting up on the housetop, and we will conclude our third piece of the program with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So I present to you our 2021 Crosby Band Winter Concert. First up is 6th grade band. Kudos to you, 6th grade band, on your very first performance. We did have a few chaperones out there that helped, so at least they got to see their student perform. But super, super proud. It takes a lot. It takes 6 notes, melody, harmony, percussion, timing, rhythm, all those musical elements coming together, and you arose to the occasion. I'm so, so proud of you. And there's more to come. So just think about how much you did in such a short period of time, and we're only going to continue to get better. So here at Crosby, we have a tradition of excellence, especially in our band program. And one thing that I spontaneously thought of was like, how can we feel more connected? And I'll share pictures here in a little bit of social media of everyone at home. Thank you those that are doing it. But I asked our 6th graders, hey, if you want to voluntarily be in a short clip in front of a green screen, so I'm calling it Green Screen Talks, about your favorite traditions during the holiday season. So we all come from different backgrounds and beliefs. So here's what our 6th graders had to say.
Tradition is making desserts with my family at Christmas.
My favorite holiday tradition is going to my grandma's house. My favorite holiday tradition is going to Lights on Their Logo with my family.
My favorite holiday tradition is going to my grandma's house and then my aunt's party.
My favorite holiday tradition is making Grinch cookies with my family.
My favorite holiday tradition is playing around with my family and siblings.
My favorite holiday tradition is for until after Christmas till New Year's Eve. I stay with my entire family at each house.
My favorite holiday tradition is going to my grandma's house and spending time with my family.
My favorite holiday tradition is making Christmas snowman donuts on Christmas Eve.
My favorite holiday tradition is going to my grandma's house on Christmas Eve.
My favorite Christmas tradition is making Christmas cookies.
My favorite holiday tradition is making cookies with my mom and spending time with my friends and family. My favorite holiday tradition is getting to see all of my family that I don't really get to see very often.
My favorite holiday tradition is going to Walmart and getting a special snowman marshmallow for my birthday.
My favorite holiday tradition is making a snowman and running it over.
My favorite holiday tradition is going to Spaghetti Factory every year with my family.
My favorite holiday tradition is hanging up the ornaments on the Christmas tree.
My favorite holiday tradition is eating Chinese food with my family on Christmas Eve.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that spontaneous little project that we put together and love the host of traditions that everyone celebrates. Maybe you're creating one tonight with just, hey, getting in pajamas and watching a concert happen. So, but thank you so much again, 6th grade. Way to go. I would like to segue just again to these opportunities of us feeling connected. So again, if you follow us on social media, we have an Instagram, but unfortunately, apparently I cannot access Instagram from JCPS Network for some reason. I am here in the band room doing this. So sorry if you're posting to Instagram. I will recognize those tomorrow for sure in our classroom. But if you follow us on Facebook, on our event page for Crosby Band for this very concert, there's a discussion board that you can go to. So I'm going to, I just refreshed, and here we have Aiden Taylor all in his PJs in front of the screen. I like that photo of me. You can make a meme out of that, Aiden, of me with my eyes closed in front of the really large ornament, okay? Very cool. You look very cozy, man. Hope you enjoyed the tunes and you sounded great. All right, up next we got the Walker family. Hey, Walker family. Love the Snuggie. Definitely cozy. Hope you guys are doing well. Ian, super proud of your performance that's coming up, all right? And I'm going to click comments and see here from bottom to top. We got the Fraser family who's viewing. Oh, I love the dog. Look at the countdown going on right there. So Isabella and Elizabeth and everyone at home, can't wait to have you showcased tonight. And my own 2 boys, I felt like there was someone else in the comment here. I must have missed it. Sorry about that. My boys who are watching at their Jeffy's house tonight in their Christmas PJs in front of the Christmas tree. Love you guys so much. If you want to come up with another creative little picture to send to Daddy, I will stream it live, okay? Any Koopa kids in the house, all right? And if I hop over here to Twitter, refresh here, looks like we've got a new one. All right, the Schindler family, beautiful Christmas tree. Hope you're enjoying this concert. Emmy, way to go for your first year on French Horn, featured with Crosby Band. And our fundraiser, last I did check, is up to $15.20. So I want to give some shout outs from the very first day we started this to now. And if you would like to contribute, just scroll up in the chat of this for the link to our GoFundMe. But we're up to $15.20 out of a goal of $5,000. Oh, I just refreshed and we're up to $15.40. So If you are a 6th grade parent who just heard your kid perform, please consider donating. I'm going to do it from the very first day we launched to now. Thank you, Christina Rich, Nancy Dean, Jennifer McMinn, Stephanie Platt, Stephanie Frazier, Sarah Henderson, Kenneth Harris. Thank you, Rachel Friedlewitz. Thank you, Shiloh Smaldone. She is a parent alum who's giving. So thank you. Lori Sharp as well, a parent alum who's giving. Thank you, Katie Thomas. Thank you, Elizabeth Walker. Thank you, Michael Clark. Thank you, Lisa Kolb. Thank you, Emily Hardiman. Thank you, Amanda Taylor. Thank you, Matt Scroggum. Thank you, Amy Stewart, for giving. Thank you, Angela Cook. Thank you, Dana Yesman. Anna Dare, thank you so much for your generous donation. Thank you, Pankaj Sharma. Thank you, Sarah Segri. Thank you, Clayton Sassy. Thank you, Janice Jackson, both a current and former grandparent. Thank you so much for giving. Jenny Barham, thank you very much. Generous donation. Thank you, Toby Hendren. Thank you, Anastasia Boyle. Thank you, the McClay family and the Recker family. And I'll continue to refresh this GoFundMe page for some thank yous. So up next, we have our 7th graders. These 7th graders spent, mind you, well, at Crosby at least, because we didn't come back and have a full related arts schedule with only 8 weeks to go till summer break. But they learned everything online, and they were remarkable with what they did online. They brought that back. We ended up being a hodgepodge of students because I said, hey, if you want to be in band, I welcome you, whether you had online learning or not, because that wasn't fair. So our program is about 50-50 in the 7th grade of those who had band experience before and those who were first. And I'm telling you, they are starting to sound like a 7th grade group, even though we have kind of a mix. And I'm super, super proud. They have 2 selections. The first is conducted by Mr. Cuomo, our student teacher, called The Abominable Snowman Chase. And the next piece that we have is a swing piece, Winter Wonderland. I know you're going to enjoy. Here we go. So way to go, 7th grade. I know 2 tunes, and you were thinking, we got 2, but it was challenging music, especially to learn how to swing. So way to go, 7th graders. In case you're just now tuning in, we're at that 7th grade portion getting ready for 8th grade, but to feel connected, I would love for you to post some photos of your family on social media. My wife's been texting me some updates about how some people are posting on the actual Crosby Facebook page instead of the event page, so that is, I'm glad she pointed that out, so thank you, Lindsay. So I'm going to hop over here to my screen share just so you guys can see some more families that are joining us this evening. So there's the Segre family. Thank you so much for joining us. There's the picture my wife posted of the boys under the tree at their Jeffy's and Schindler's. Thank you for posting both here and on Twitter. Appreciate that. All right, who we have here that's new? Liam. I love it. And I'm pretty sure it's Chewbacca. Am I right? Is it Chewie? So anyway, love you, Mitchell family. So glad you're joining us in that way. All right, the Sturgeon family. They have some family join us from out of town. So excited. I think out of town. I think I heard that right. But so excited to have all of you watching us. Super proud of Ben for his first premier 6th grade band concert. Sturgeon family from a different angle. Love the tree. So glad to have you guys present with us today. All right. Oh, we got a special visitor, y'all. We got a celebrity in the house. Sawyer McKinley, okay? Keith, look at him right there. Cute little pup. My boys love puppies. I think they got the puppy bug right now. What do you guys say? Blow it up in the chat, yay or nay, okay? Up next, we got the oldest Mitchell. It is so good to see you. So I love that he is kind of smiling right there. Proud of that man. So super crazy how old he's gotten. Oh my goodness. And there's Liam. And who do we have here? Oh my goodness. That is priceless right there. So we're going to have to put that in a frame, okay? I'm just saying right now. Oh, in another angle. Love it. Masson, you're cracking me up. All right. And Jack Stewart, love it. In case you guys didn't know, this man got famous in our 5th grade when he was a 5th grader at Stouffer, participated in our Future Cougar Edition talent show and made a crazy stop motion thing that was just awesome. So thank you guys so much. And I'm going to hop over one more time to here. I know Jacoby Kahn posted right here. So Jacoby, that looks delicious. I would like one tomorrow. Love to see you with family. This one came and then left. It's the Hardiman family. So is that a Kentucky mug? I sure hope it is. No, I can't read it from here, but glad to see you guys in your PJs enjoying the concert. And Logan, by the way, switched from trumpet to French horn and is done phenomenal. So scrolling back up, then we have Jonah. Jonah, what? That looks like an album cover. It looks so cool. Ready for that concert? Like, love it. All right, so if you're a parent viewing, please continue to post pictures of your student because you know they love it. Up next, we have our 7th grade traditions. So I asked the students, all grade levels, hey, what are your favorite traditions around this time? And share in front of a green screen. So here's what we got for 7th grade.
My favorite holiday tradition is making caramels with my family. My favorite holiday tradition is going to my cousin's house on Christmas Eve.
My favorite holiday tradition is making turkey with my family.
My favorite holiday traditions, I'm sorry for my English, but it's actually going to see my cousins because I don't rarely see them out. Them, like, I do not see them for like a year.
My favorite holiday tradition is the Christmas ham.
My favorite holiday tradition is watching The Shining.
My favorite thing to do at Christmas is eating waffles.
My favorite holiday tradition is having a Christmas bake-off day with my family.
My favorite holiday tradition is opening presents with my family. My favorite holiday tradition is eating breakfast with my family on Christmas morning.
My favorite holiday tradition is eating French toast with my family on Christmas morning.
My favorite Christmas tradition is going to all my grandparents' house and cousins' house and celebrating and opening presents together.
My favorite holiday tradition is going to my grandma's house for Christmas.
My favorite holiday tradition is eating breakfast and dinner with my family.
Is that it?
Yeah.
There's something so funny about like the 6th grade year to 7th grade year to 8th grade year, and I think you got a glimpse of that. It's like, we're too cool for school, whatever, Mr. Stiver. I'm sure parents are like, amen, okay? So, but hey, I got them to talk a little bit more than I'm used to at this point. So, love my 7th graders. And again, shout out on a great performance. Some updates since our GoFundMe, and I did post the link in there again in case you're just now tuning in. We are trying to raise $5,000 to continue to keep our private teachers out. We have everything from the flute all the way down to tuba percussion represented of just supporting, and we need to continue to keep our guest artists, who I believe are the best in Louisville, working with our students on a small scale because we're a big program. So please consider donating. Since then, we've had donors. We're up to $1,655. And last I clicked refresh, here's our recent donors. Thank you, Hogan's White family, Dennis Hughes, Stephanie Sheets, and Stephen Dean. Thank you so much. Any dollar helps, and if we don't reach our goal, that's fine. We're going to continue to advocate for this. So how can you help? As you're viewing live, if you want to send this to a family member long distance to say, hey, why don't you tune into Crosby Band right now? You get a live shout out, and also you get to help our son, our granddaughter. But please consider supporting. Every donation is greatly appreciated. So up next, we have our 8th grade band. Our 8th grade band started as 6th graders. We're looking forward to all-county field trips, their spring concert, and then March 13th, 2020 came, and we know what happened, shut us down. These kiddos, though, were my first class to show up virtually with 100% of their cameras on. These students continue to shine and do their best, even had a glowing spring concert where they were learning their independent part at home, sent me videos so we could do a virtual concert. So here they are showcased as 8th graders, and I have to say, comparing them to other classes of where they should sound, they are right where they should be. So let's give it up to our 8th grade band. You're going to hear 3 selections, but before I perform their encore, I want to come in with one last push for our GoFundMe. So here's 8th grade. The first selection that you're going to hear is called Christmas at the Circus by a composer named Randall D. Standridge. So any circus fans out there, you're going to love this. It's a hybrid of circus tunes as well as some holiday selections. Then we have a slow, pretty piece, one of their more lyrical, challenging pieces a piece called All Is Well, originally written by Michael W. Smith and arranged by Michael Stories. So here is our 8th grade band. Right, so it seems like we're having some glitching issues. I don't even know how I'm gonna come out at this point, but hopefully you can still hear the sound okay. The Wi-Fi started doing some interesting things in the band room right now, so what I'm gonna do with 8th grade is upload their clips separately. I did have to close my other windows just to see if that would help with the bandwidth right now. So in the meantime, hopefully you can hear these 8th grade traditions that we have going. As I asked them today, what are their favorite traditions for the holidays?
My favorite holiday tradition is every Christmas, my family, including my aunt and my Uncle Bill, come over and spend Christmas with us.
My favorite Christmas tradition is being able to find the pickle on the Christmas tree and being able to unwrap the first present. My favorite Christmas tradition is reading the Christmas story from the Bible before opening presents.
My favorite Christmas tradition is seeing almost all of the members of my family before Christmas.
My favorite Christmas tradition is getting together with all my family and just having a great day together.
Okay.
My favorite tradition is open up an advent calendar with socks and counter day down with Christmas, and each open a sock and each time there's a tree.
My favorite holiday tradition is playing with my cousins whenever they can.
My favorite gathering, my sister's house. My favorite is hanging out with my sausage meatball.
My favorite holiday Secret Santa with my fun.
Okay, so it appears that I'm getting a better connection right now. I'm terribly sorry about that. I did just send an email blast out. If you are receiving that email, I'm going to post the entire 8th grade section separately, so hopefully you're hearing me better now. It looks like it's streaming better on my end of things. The Wi-Fi, when I did a spot check, was glitching dramatically right there, so I'm so sorry, 8th grade. Know that you performed those first two selections really well, and those 8th grade traditions were really funny as well to hear. So if you can hear me and see me okay, and I pulled up a separate computer right now to see if the connection's better here or not. But anyhow, I'm going to jump into the encore that should be their sleigh ride. So this is Sleigh Ride, originally composed by Leroy Anderson and arranged by Michael Story. So here is their finale, and you can't have a sleigh ride without snow. So here we go. I'm going to close this down to see if that helps as well. Sorry about all the glitches tonight. I truly hope you understand, and I'll follow up with communication with you. Can you hear me? Do I sound like a robot at this point? I've had some interesting photos sent from friends and family, one of which includes, apparently this was my face frozen. So have fun with that. If this helps us raise money, yay! Okay. Thank you for being patient with me. You gotta love technology, even though it was very helpful during this pandemic. Right now, it is frustrating me. I can't even, I'm afraid to pull up another tab to just even see how much we raised on our GoFundMe, but this can make a great bloopers at some point. Kate Hamill, if you're hearing, you are great at that. So 8th grade, way to go. Again, I will honor you in a very special way by uploading your files separately, making sure your parents and family have that so they can look at that and not see all the glitches that encountered. I hope you can hear me okay. But thank you so much, friends and family, for tuning in this evening as we celebrate our students. Our program was right at about an hour, and I want to honor that. So thank you so much for tuning in. Again, we are a tradition of excellence here at Crosby Middle School, and please consider donating to our cause of our GoFundMe to keep our sectional coaches coming out. Wishing all of you a happy holidays and a Merry Christmas, and take care. We'll see you in 2022. That is crazy to say, but we still have one more day, students. All right, bye everyone.